Hi, English 12. Welcome to week 3. I just want to go over briefly what we are doing this week, not only in class, but also for your online assignments. And I apologize in advance. It's a little breezy out here today, so if you get a big old gust of wind sound, sorry. So this week on Monday, you guys are going to edit your rough drafts. Hopefully last week you submitted your rough draft for your resume and I was able to print that off and send you a picture through Remind of any suggestions that I would make to those resumes for your final draft. So that final draft should be submitted not only for your resume, but also for your references on Monday. The same goes for Tuesday. You will be editing your cover letter. So if you have not yet submitted your cover letter or your resume rough drafts, please make sure you get that into me so that I can print them off and make any suggestions to those. And you should be doing the edits to your cover letter and submit that for your final draft on Tuesday. Your final assignment for this week is Wednesday and Thursday, and it is William Blake poetry. So we're finally kind of breaking away a little bit from the career college aspect of the English 12 big course, and we are going into the literature. So we're starting that off with poetry this week. William Blake, who was considered a visionary, not only did he write poetry, but he also incorporated visual art into the poetry that he wrote, and we'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks as well. But this week, if you are able to come to class on Monday, we will complete that William Blake poetry assignment in class on Monday. We will review all the poems. We will go over some of the different poetic devices he uses and also the messages of his poetry. He was a political activist. He spoke out against religion and how it kind of isolated people and how it pigeonholed them into some beliefs that maybe he didn't always necessarily agree with. So we'll go over those things to kind of talk about how he was definitely a forward thinker for his time. If you guys do not do that, then I've broken that assignment up over the Wednesday and Thursday. Just remember, we don't have a school this week on Friday. Obviously doesn't mean you can't work from home on Friday. You can certainly go into Canvas and submit things if you need to. We also don't have school next week on Monday. So we're going to have class this week, but here we go again with not meeting for class again next week. So I've had to shuffle some things around. It might make this quarter a little different from how it is in normal quarters just because of class times and how I've had to try to divide things up that I want to go over with you in person. But hopefully you guys can make it this Monday so we can complete that William Blake assignment, and that will definitely make a light week for you guys because you only need to do the resume, references, and cover letter final drafts. Remember that this is week 3, so weeks 1, 2, and 3 are all going to be locking next week at the end of week 4 on April 26th. So please make sure that you have gotten all of that career stuff, all the inventories, the discussions, the research of the careers that you're interested in going into, and those resume and cover letter rough drafts into me so that, and the final drafts, so that you will be prepared for that lock deadline coming up next week. This week also in class, we will be signing up for your senior interviews, and that is where I will interview you as if you were applying for the job that you want to go into. I'm not asking you to apply for the career you want to go into. I used to do that, but it made it a little tough for students just with all the research they had to do, and they had to make things up about the colleges they went to, and I just decided to try to scale it back. It can be any job you want to go into in the next foreseeable future without having to go to college and all those kinds of things, whether it's retail, whether it's food service, maybe you want to work for a florist, or maybe you want to work for a small office or company. So just kind of think about those things, and we will be conducting those interviews starting next week, probably through week 7 or 8 or so. So if you guys don't make it to class on Monday, you will definitely have to come in and sign up with me so that we can make sure we get everybody scheduled. I hope you guys have a great week. Please make sure you come and see me if you need any help making a plan for getting everything caught up by the time our lock deadline comes up next week. And I look forward to a great week with you guys. Bye.